I might have a new background also soon.
Yeah, well, that's because you're moving, correct?
Yeah, my lease is up August 1st here, so the landlord's like, yeah, he wants to live here,
Hmm.
I guess. So I guess
How much
I'm.
how much notice did it give you?
Uh, it's only like April. Like I don't know the rules. Like
I think that's enough notice.
yeah, and I signed the 1 year lease. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
but I remember my real estate agent. He said the only way that they can like actually kick you out is if the landlord moves in.
Oh, okay. So if he was just gonna rent this out to somebody else, they can't
Yeah,
technically.
you can't really just do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a contract. I should read it. But
I'm
but
sure
anyways,
I'm sure it's all legal. Who knows? Or you
yeah.
could just be a squatter. Just be a squatter.
You know what? He actually came here a few weeks ago, just to, like check out the place and whatever. And I think he came just because of that, because he was like, "Hey, is that cool? You know, like, is that all right? You're gonna leave, right?
You're not gonna steal my house, right?
Yeah, you're not staying, right?" So he's like, "All right, multiple choice. What are you doing on August 1st? Are you gonna be here? Are you gonna be not here?" I'm like, "Don't worry, I'll be out of here.
So what's your
Relax."
plan then? Where are you going? Palmerston?
No, no way.
Yeah, it's not gonna make any sense.
It's too far. That's too far. I wonder. Yeah, I wonder. No, because I was debating for the longest time whether or not to stay here or go back to Toronto,
Yeah.
because well, now that, especially now that I'm like doing more shows in Toronto, and plus like gas is like expensive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what I've actually been doing right now is like I've been walking to Kipling Station, the subway station, and I would take the subway downtown.
How long's that walk from your house?
It's like half hour.
Holy shit, look at you getting your steps in.
Yeah, me and Mickey.
How many steps you got today, buddy?
I don't know, with the Apple Watch, it counts the steps, but they count more like calories burned.
And
So I have 2,000 steps today,
well, there you go.
which is actually not that much. I wanted to go for a walk, but it's really hot today.
It's like stupid hot.
Yeah, especially with
can't
my
even
allergies.
breathe.
Oh yeah, with my allergies, disaster.
Still wish I had allergies.
No, you don't. Like I saw everyone like playing outside. I was like, oh man, that looks fun.
Like? What's it like?
I'm like just by the window. Good pass there. Good pass, Donnie.
You gonna miss that place or what?
I am. I want to stay because I like the place. Like this brand new, everything's clean here.
Yeah.
And like I had unfinished business. Like to this day, I've been here since July. Like the gym, I don't even know where the gym is. It's not open yet. The pool's not open.
Oh, so you didn't get to take a chance or take advantage of the amenities.
Yeah, no amenities. And then like apparently there's like a rooftop like patio.
Yeah.
And like I saw on like the website the pictures. I was like, oh, that looks so nice. I've never seen it. It's not open.
Well, I see your snaps on Instagram, your views and stuff like that. It's a nice view.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss the view.
So where are you planning on going though?
Yeah, I want to go back downtown, but like not actually downtown, like where I was before, because it's so busy.
Yeah.
I want to go like more like High Park.
Okay.
Which is like close to me.
Is that like Midtown? Is that considered like Midtown?
No. It's more like west. It's like just before Etobicoke.
Okay.
Just before it hits Etobicoke.
Yeah.
like Jane Street,
Okay.
around there, that little area. Yeah, no, yeah, because it's not too far, because like if I'm in High Park, I can kind of walk to Toronto. I can like take the bus or whatever.
Right.
And it's not as busy as where it was before, because I was like Queen and Bathurst, which is like
Yeah.
it's like a bitch to like just drive to the highway.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
At least you're not in like the thick of it.
No, yeah, like I don't want to be there again.
So you found a place, or like just kind of looking?
No, I'm still looking, but like my friend who actually lives in Hyde Park, him and his wife,
Mhm.
they were looking for a place um, in town. Like they were actually going to move more downtown.
Yeah.
So he called me. He's like, "Yo, you can actually take my place if you want," and it's like huge. It's a 1 bedroom. Like I've been there a few times. It's huge. I love the area,
Hmm.
but it's just a little older than this, right? So, the places that I was actually looking at was like, because I'm like, I don't really want or need like a 1 bedroom anymore. Like I could get a bachelor, like
Mhm.
if it's available on August 1st. Like if there's no 1 bedroom available, I would take like a bachelor. Like
Oh.
I don't really mind. Because even today, like I took a nap on the couch. I was like, I could get used to this.
But what's like, I don't even what's rent at this point now, like for what you're looking for?
Oh, right now it's like 13, 14.
That's like the common for like a 1 bedroom or like a
Yeah, which
bachelor.
is like, it's not that bad.
Yeah. But your buddy's place, you said is big. You like it. You've been there. You like the area. Why not just go for that?
Oh yeah. So he was actually gonna move like July 1st,
Right.
which is in a couple of weeks. So he was like, "Hey, if we get this place, can you move in July 1st?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'll take a 1 bedroom over a bachelor, even though I'm gonna be having two places for 1 month." You know?
Right. But you've already paid your first and last anyway, right?
Yeah. So I was thinking, I was like, "Oh, maybe if I move July 1st, maybe the landlord's like, because he actually works in the area, so he actually needs to live here.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I'll be like, yo, if I leave July 1st, can you come? Can you move? Can you move here July 1st and then give me some monies back?
Some
Give me
cacholas back.
give me some cash, please.
Well, have you messaged him? Because that's like in
No, no,
15
no,
days.
no. Yeah, so I'm waiting for the call from my friend, but apparently, like they're still waiting. They don't know if they got approved from the
Oh,
landlord, so they don't know if the guy gave it to someone else or whatever.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, so it's been a week, so I don't know. It's kind of because right now it's like June 16th. So
Well,
maybe
even if he might do like a half. He might do half a month's rent, which is still better than nothing.
yeah. Yeah, that's fine. And like even if I had both places, I can like instead of like uh moving in one day, I can just move like gradually. That's what I did with this place. Like every once in a while, I'd bring like, a few boxes here and there,
Yeah.
but I don't know, whatever. But
Huh. Ernie's gonna get some new digs, a new
yeah, so
change of scenery.
I don't know, but I've been to his place and I'm like, where am I gonna do like the podcast? Where is it gonna look nice?
Yeah, you can find something.
Maybe
Sure.
I'll get those green screens. But anyways, we have a stack show today.
Multiple sponsors.
This is multiple sponsors. This is BFF episode number 40, the big 40.
Mm-hmm.
So I am Ernie Vicente with my BFF Kevin Various. How are you?
Oh, I'm good, buddy. How about you?
Very good, very good. How was your week? Any
What day is it? It's Thursday.
Today's Thursday.
It's been actually pretty quick. Nothing crazy happened. Not that I can think of.
No
Frankie's
family
birthday's
stories. No
no Frankie's
road
birthday's
rage. No road
No,
rage.
no road rage.
No.
You know what though? Like, I don't know if you've ever heard of this group called Blackpink.
No.
They sing this song. It's like a Korean K-pop girl group.
Okay.
She's all about that thing now. She sings the songs,
Who,
and
Frankie?
they're like it's like hip hop. It's like this
Okay.
like girl empowerment kind of stuff.
Blackpink.
She's
All right.
singing it, and I think they've been around for a little while, but yeah, she's obsessed with them right now. And
Okay. I'll ask my nieces because my nieces are crazy about BTS.
oh, they must know who these other people are because
Are they the
apparently they're
same?
like, yeah,
Like
they're like the
similar,
next. They're like
similar genres?
exactly. They're just the girl version. They're the Destiny's Child, and BTS is the Backstreet Boys.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
They're the Korean K-pop.
Maybe I'll check them out. I probably won't, but
You will once you hear their songs. I listen to it now just by myself.
all right. I'll check it out.
But
I'll ask my
no other stories. No other stories. Everything's been pretty quiet on my end. What about you?
buddy. A lot of changes here. Big changes. This week, I'm a whole new man. Got a haircut.
Mm.
But check this out. I don't know if I said this last week, but I was reading the book because I vaped.
Yeah.
I was a big vapor. So I wasn't actually planning on quitting, but it's just that my friend who quit a week before, like he would smoke cigars. And then we were talking about, he's like, yeah, I want to quit. I'm like, oh, buddy, you got to read this book. He's like, so, you know, the book, Alan Carr's Easy Way to Stop Smoking, right? That's the book I read initially to quit smoking, right? So he's like, I told him about the book. And he's like, yo, I saw him the next week. He said, yo, I read the book. I quit. I'm free. And I was like, whoa, you're free? I was so jealous. I was like, that's amazing. So then I was like, because with the vaping, you know, because like, it really like controls, like for me, I vape like all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because especially like you're inside, you know, because like, with cigarettes, you have to kind of go outside. You know, it's a whole thing. But when you vape, you can do it anywhere. You know, it's odorless. So if I'm in like if I'm in the condo, if I'm in the condo like all day, I'm vaping all day. You know, if I'm driving, I'm holding the vape in one hand the whole time. You know,
taking a pull every like what, 2 minutes?
I don't know, man. It's just like blindless. You know what I mean?
All right. So with those things, those
mindless, mindless,
those pods,
those mindless.
If you were to just do it casually, how, like, I mean, obviously it's different for every person, but typically how long is that supposed to last you?
I don't know how long it's supposed to, but I do like a pod a day.
I'm just trying to figure, a lot. Is that like the equivalent to a pack a day, or like the?
They said that. I don't know. There's some studies, and they're like, yeah, a pod is pretty much like a pack. Yeah. So that's like a pack a day, but it's just nicotine. Like there's no tobacco or anything.
Right. And there's none of the other bad stuff, the carcinogens and stuff like that.
No, but it did control. It controlled my life
for sure.
You know what I mean? Like I remember, like, so I was saying how I would walk to the subway and go downtown.
Yeah.
So I would have one vape. Like I didn't bring like the juice, like the refills, right? So I just had like one pod. Okay, so I'd go to the subway, go downtown, do shows, you know. But I'm vaping whenever I can, you know. And then I remember last week or whatever, I think it was like last Wednesday, where I was running low on juice, you know.
And on your way?
No, I'm like almost like at the end of the night.
Okay.
But the whole time, like, it was like 10 o'clock. I was like, I want to go home right now. Yeah, because I was out of juice. I was like, there's no point. There's no point in
hanging out with you people.
No point in hanging out. I want to go home. You know, because that's all in my head. Like that's all I'm thinking about. I'm like, I gotta go home. I gotta vape. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
So there is nicotine in that, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I know, and I know it's an addictive thing, the nicotine, but I'm wondering how much of it is the nicotine and how much of it is the habit that you've created of just just pulling, like, you know what I mean?
No, it's the nicotine.
It's the nicotine.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
That's
nothing
why
to do with like the because I mean, like, people, it's like after a meal or when they're stressed.
it's the nicotine.
So it's the nicotine. It's
Yeah.
not the repetition of,
No.
you know, muscle memory of doing this or anything like that. It's the nicotine.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. Because so check this out. So last Saturday, it was actually my dad's 40 days.
yep.
Um, which is weird because I was like, oh, this is actually episode number 40. But anyways,
Oh, that's crazy.
yeah. Yeah, so it was 40 days.
I also just I didn't want to throw this in. I just turned 40 as well.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm turning 40. I was like, should I just put out the? Should I just wait till August 4th when I turn 40? That's when we should do the next podcast.
Do the next.
No, so it's my dad's 40th, and then
Yeah.
we're having like this big like party in Palmerston on last Saturday. So my goal was to read the book by Saturday. You know, because I remember like one of the things my dad said like in January was like, you know, I'm happy that you know, you and your sister stopped smoking. You know, because my sister stopped smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
And then well, I stopped smoking cigarettes, but I was vaping. Right. So I was like, I'm kind of smoking, but not cigarettes. So I was like, you know what, I want to finish it by Saturday, because like when you have the 40 days, like a bunch of my cousins, like aunts and uncles, they came to the house, and like we had this big like barbecue thing, and because like when I'm vaping, I don't want to vape or smoke in front of like anyone, my family.
Right.
I don't want any of them to know. Like some of them know, like some of my cousins know, but like with the kids, I don't want to like vape in front of them, you know, because I'm like a role model, you know, or something. So they look up to me. So that's why every morning I call them, each and every niece and nephew. I'm like, reach for the clouds
and land on the sun.
Land on the sun. Shoot the snakes in your boot. Anyways, so I didn't want to vape in front of them, right? So I'm like, because like you know how like cigarettes. I remember before cigarettes were like social.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, hey, Kev, we're at a party or whatever. Hey, Kev, you want to go outside for a cigarette? Yeah, let's go. Boom. Yeah. We go outside, hang out.
Yep.
Great time. But then with vaping, it's not as social, you know, because I'm not like, hey, Kev, you want to go outside and vape? You know, because I feel weird, even though you should be vaping outside. I feel weird because I'm like, I could just do this inside, even though it's like
no one will know.
No one will really know. You know, so I feel weird being outside, and then everyone has like the real cigarettes, and I'm just like there with my
vaping,
with my little battery powered
your toy
cigarette. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I wanted to finish the book. So I actually finished the book Saturday morning at 11 a.m. right before.
Quick read. It's a very quick read.
Very quick read, and big letters, which helps. I loved it. You know, because you can bang out like 4 chapters in like a sitting, because each chapter is like 2 pages. So I was like, yes. You know, and yeah. So right when I was done, I was like, because you've never read the book, right?
I have the book. I'm gonna read it eventually.
Oh yeah. So the thing is, the thing with the book is once you're done the book, like, so you're supposed to, when you start reading the book, you even though you have the urge to quit, you have to keep reading. That's what they're saying. Okay,
like,
so that's
reading the book. You mean?
No. Once you start reading the book, you want to quit smoking.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the book says keep smoking. So that's part of the whole process.
Right.
You know, because if you don't do that, then it might not work. So I was like, okay, so I'm still vaping, and then by the end, I'm like, I think there's like 3 chapters, there's like 3 chapters left, And then he was like, "Oh, now that you've had like your last cigarette," and I was like, still vaping. I'm like, "Oh, we're supposed to be done now."
Back to
'Cause
chapter 1.
no, because I remember when I quit smoking cigarettes like 10 years ago. It was like after the last page. That's when I quit. But it's still
Gotcha.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Like when I was done the book, I was like, "Oh, it's done." Yo, and then I had so much vape paraphernalia. Like it's too much.
What'd you do with it?
I threw it all out.
Good for you.
Yeah, I was gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
'Cause
I don't know if I'll take it then.
no, I threw it out.
I know.
But I was thinking, because it's a lot. There's like all these devices, and like
Yeah.
some of them were good.
Yeah.
They're still good, you know. But then I'm like, no, I didn't want to carry it around, you know. And then I'm like,
the temptation.
yeah. And then plus with the book, it's like, oh, I just learned that like, you know, smoking, you know, it's like it takes over or whatever your life and stuff.
Yeah.
And then like,
why would I pass it to somebody?
Why would I want to pass it? Like,
yeah.
I'm like, hey, I escaped. I quit the thing. I quit smoking.
I think
here. Do you want my cigarettes?
That book, yeah, exactly. That book is actually, from what I understand, little snippets of things that I get from it, or I've gotten it from it, are like the common misconceptions, like the feeling of it's like my best friend, or it's always there for me when I need it. It's the only thing that's never let you down. Like just the way that you train your mind to just to look at having smoking, just
Yes.
the whole thing. But going back to what you said earlier, I don't even know if they touch on it, but you say it's your best friend, but at the same time, in certain scenarios, you feel ashamed doing it. Like you feel ashamed doing it in public, or you feel ashamed when you come back in and you smell like smoke, right? Like some people,
Yeah.
for
So
some
like,
people, yeah.
So it's like your best friend, but then like after you smoke or whatever, you're like coughing. It's like killing you.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do you want this?
Yeah.
You know, because he makes really good points. Because the guy that wrote it, Alan Carr, he smoked like 50 cigarettes a day or something. Because back then they didn't even know that smoking was bad.
Yeah.
Which is like vaping. It's like we don't know how bad vaping is. You know what I mean? You know, because it's only been around for you know not that long.
Right.
So that's why I was like, oh, you're right. It's fucked.
There's a little bit of controversy or there's conspiracy that people are throwing around. You know, like the on cigarette packages, they show you like there's a thing of there like, oh, it's hard to quit kind of sort of thing. So call this helpline. And there's advertisements on the TV or whatever it is saying like, you know, smoking stuff, try nicotine, blah, blah, blah. They say that's all subliminal. It's all to make it in your head that smoking is hard to quit. But if you read that book, the Alan Carr book, it's not a long book. There's probably a lot of repetition in there, just kind of muscle, just kind of like cognitive, behavioral,
for sure.
You know,
just to remind you. Yeah,
exactly. So I know there's people that say that they don't really want you to quit because if you quit, that's one less person that's, you know, that the government is benefiting off of, you know, getting proceeds of your cigarettes.
Yeah. So he actually talks about that in the book. Is like, if you want to quit smoking, what do most like doctors say? They say try Nicorette,
right?
Which is like gum.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what's in Nicorette?
Nicotine.
Yeah. That's the whole thing.
Nicotine. The one thing that you're addicted to is
yeah. So it's
now,
like,
mind you, that the nicotine, the Nicorette, is supposed to be like you start off high and then you gradually lower the doses, kind of thing.
Something like that. Yeah.
But there's money in it to be.
There's a lot of money. Yeah. So you gradually go to lower grade, whatever. But then the book, $20.
$20, and you read it, and you still smoke while you do it, and not even if I've never encountered anyone who's read it and then afterwards was like, I still was smoking. I had to read it. I might have to read it again.
I've heard some people that have read it and they did not quit.
Right.
But then I asked them, did you follow the instructions? and then they're like, no,
Oh, okay.
they like skip some chapters or some shit. And I'm
Okay.
like, okay,
But the instructions are easy. Read the book, read the chapters,
it's
keep
so
on
easy. Yeah,
smoking.
basically the whole thing is just read the book and keep smoking. That's the whole. That's it. But they were like, they I think they skipped some chapters. Like it was like a, and plus like read the. For me, I read the book. Like I
Right.
still have it. So read the book, $20. But then they had the audio. And I'm like, I
Mhm.
don't know, I don't know if you grasp everything when it's like you're just listening. Because if you're listening, maybe you're like driving
You're
or
multitasking. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Because if I'm driving, listening to a podcast,
Yeah.
I I'm not fully engaged in the
Especially ours.
yeah,
Especially
people
ours.
people fall asleep like, oh my god, enough, we get it.
Jeez. Okay. You got an Apple
We
Watch.
get it, you're moving, jeez, what a problem. I'm stressed.
I keep vaping. I can't stop.
Oh no.
Can you read that book for the sake of reading that book without any intention of quitting and do you think that the person might have a different point of view afterwards?
I say if someone has the like the smallest urge to quit
Yeah.
and they read it, they can quit. But if they like if this was like, when you're like teenagers and you're like, ew, what? I probably wouldn't take it seriously, and I probably would even finish reading it. But if you have like the slightest urge to
Yeah.
quit,
Yeah.
then for sure it'll work.
It'll work, eh?
Yeah, because
It's not a big book. It's a very, very tiny book. Like it's almost reminiscent of those ones that those choose your own adventure ones back in the day. Like an R.L. Stein Goosebumps book or something.
yeah, it took me like 4 days.
Yeah.
Like there was like one day where so I had a show last Thursday, and then I left the show because plus I was vaping, but I also just wanted to go home and read the book like a loser.
Look at that. A lot of people like to just do that as their leisure time, is go home and read a book, curl up with their
Oh,
socks and get a glass of
what a nice,
wine.
yeah, with some candles, nice romantic with my vape. Yeah, no. So I read the book. Yeah, 4 days, guy, and yeah. So right after, like, so sometimes now, like if I do stuff, I still remember
Yeah.
that I'll have uh like I'm like, oh, when I had coffee, I'm like, oh, I remember I used to have a vape, but then after that it's like, oh, no, I'd rather not,
Yeah. Yeah.
especially since I don't have anything here.
Well, do you think that the stress of moving might trigger the urge?
No, because like, oh, so in the book it actually teaches you like, yeah, we smoke because of stress or whatever,
Yeah.
but stress is caused mostly by the cigarettes.
Because it elevates your blood pressure.
Well, not only not because of that, but because like I get stressed if like I
Of
I can't
you had
smoke.
low juice.
Yeah, or like I
Yeah.
can't smoke.
Yeah.
Like, or going to I don't know, church or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I can't smoke for an hour. I'm stressed. you know, when normal people who don't smoke, they don't feel that. There's
Right.
no like, like we're planning on going to Philippines next year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just the thought of it before was like, oh man, that's a long flight.
Yeah.
Am I gonna?
Well, you wouldn't be able to vape on the airplane anyway.
Yeah. So then you know what I mean. So that's another like thing. But then I'm like, oh yeah. So in the book, actually, he makes a great point where he goes, when we're adults, we do get stressed because we have like adult problems, but the most stress that someone goes through in life is when you're a kid. Because when you're a kid, everything's changing. You're growing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everything's changing around you. So that's when you're the most stressed. But when you're a kid, it's not like you're like, oh man, I'm stressed, I need a cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
You just human, you know what I mean? Like human nature, you went through it. You dealt with it.
Yeah.
But then when you're a smoker, like an adult, you're like, oh,
I
oh
need
man,
it.
I need it right now. I need it right now.
I need it to calm me down.
I need
When really it does the exact opposite of whatever you think it does.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I need it to calm me down. But then when you're bored, you're like, oh, I need a cigarette to
Yeah.
to to give me more energy or whatever.
Right.
So it's like, how's it doing two things at the same time?
Huh.
So actually, I feel great. Like before, like I have like the cough and stuff. And then even like doing this podcast, I'd be like, oh man, I want to vape, but I just don't want to vape on camera. Because my mom might be watching on Facebook. So
No, and not only that, I mean, you probably feel better because you kind of overcame like a mental stumbling block that you thought was kind of like your crutch or that you needed.
And then the thing that helped me the most was because if it affects my stand-up, I'm like pissed. Right. And it was affecting my stand-up.
The fact that you wanted to get the set over with so that you could vape?
Not that. No. What I mean is like before the set.
Yeah.
Let's say I know I'm on in like 10 minutes. Okay. So I should be, because when I do stand-up, I want to be like, I want to like read the crowd.
Right.
Kind of see what they're like beforehand. Like if they're dirty, if you know what I mean, if they're quiet, if they're loud already.
Yeah.
Because it kind of dictates my material,
right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? My delivery, whatever.
Crowd work. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to be in that room, to watch a show. But if I'm like vaping,
yeah, I
want to leave. I want to go outside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what happened last week. I was at a show, and then I was just outside vaping, and then when I came back, I was on, and then I totally didn't know what was going on. So it was like cold. I just like walked in the room.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know if like they were dirty or not, or if they're young or old.
Was it? Did you still end up doing all right?
Yeah, it was all right, but like I was like, I should have, I should have like studied the crowd more,
right,
or better.
There's always that feeling too of like, even if you do it out of like you think not even you don't need it, like just out of boredom or whatever it is. Afterwards, you're just like, oh fuck, why'd I waste like 5 minutes like for nothing?
Yeah.
I don't even like it.
Yeah. So then check this out. We might not have enough time this week, but so I had that the party at my parents' house, and so much food. You know what I mean? All this barbecue, great time. We were drunk, but I felt like shit after. Like I ate so much. You know what I mean? You're drunk. You're like, ugh. I felt you know what I mean? I felt awful.
Yeah.
And then so the next day, I was like, because remember the book? It's like Alan Carr's Easy Way to Stop Smoking.
Yeah.
At the back, it goes, oh, if you enjoyed this book, I actually have another book. It's called Easy Way to Lose Weight.
And I think I think he's got multiple, because I think there's a comedian, Nikki Glazer, who's sober, and she used I think the book was The Easy Way to Stop Drinking, like alcohol.
Yeah. He has that one too. Yeah, a lot of addiction ones. Yeah. Yes, I was like, oh, I want to check this out. This Easy Way to Lose Weight.
Yeah.
And so I ordered it on Amazon. I got it on Monday.
Yeah.
I read it in one day.
And
so good.
Because I think that whatever that book might be about, whatever it is, I think that is kind of what Noom. There's this app called Noom.
I tried Noom.
It is basically just cognitive behavioral therapy, just like changing the way that you think about food.
I guess, but I tried it out for a month.
Not good.
I didn't. It was too much for me, because like you have to like log in all your meals and stuff like that, and like there's like lessons.
Yeah.
But I guess I wasn't into it as much. But that one book, $20.
I'll check it out. I'm going to try it, because you know why? We were talking last week, and you were telling me that you were on a 3-day fast, and I think you're on day 2 at that time. And I got inspired. I was like, you know what? You can try that. And there's certain people that, guys who are, intermittent fasting gurus or whatever it is. They say that you can do like a couple of days. You can do 24 hours. You can do 48. Your body can handle that kind of thing.
Yeah, so just water. Yeah, you can live.
I was like I said, I was inspired. So I was like, I am now I'm now doing the 3-day fast.
Oh, what day is it?
What's the date today?
It's June 16th.
June 16th. I've been on it for 45 minutes. I ate 45 minutes ago, and I decided I don't like feeling this way. So I'm going to do a 3-day fast, and I'm on it. I'm on day 1, minute 46.
You're on the first hour of the 72-hour fast.
I'm feeling great. And I think
you look great.
I think it's gonna be fine. I think I'm gonna be fine. I'm in the home stretch, but just gotta hang in there.
All right. But you know what? We're almost out of time. So we'll leave it on, I like this. Leave it on a cliffhanger.
There we go.
So we have something to talk about next week.
Next week. Did I make it to minute 47?
So if you guys want to stop smoking, read Alan Carr's Easy Way to Stop Smoking and check out the book. We'll talk about it next week. Alan Carr's Easy Way to Lose Weight. And so I've been Ernie Vicente, and see you guys again next week.
Toodles.